You aren't just getting older. You are being mummified alive. Your comfortable lifestyle is secretly suffocating your tissues, casting your body into a permanent, hardened cage. Uncover the terrifying biological lie, destroying your vitality, and why your gym routine is only making this silent decay worse. Look closely the next time you step into a bustling coffee shop or stand idly in line at the grocery store. Do not just glance. Truly observe the people in their 40s, 50s, and 60s. Watch the way they move. You will witness a tragic symphony of stiff necks, perpetually rounded shoulders, and faces wincing in quiet agony simply from standing up from a chair. You are witnessing an overall fragility that has become so deeply normalized we no longer even question it. We have been sold a masterpiece of a lie, manipulated into believing that this devastating physical decline is merely the inevitable cost of doing business with time, an unavoidable consequence of the calendar relentlessly flipping year after year. That is absolute garbage, a fabricated narrative designed to keep you compliant and weak. The hard, agonizing truth is that your body is not degrading because you are getting older. Your body is decaying because it is suffering from a severe, chronic starvation of basic biological movement. You are not experiencing aging. You are living through an engineered epidemic of physical suffocation. Vuong INF02 warmly welcomes you to a space where we shatter these illusions and reclaim our physical sovereignty. If this message resonates with the quiet intuition inside you that knows you are meant for more than chronic pain, please subscribe to the channel right now to support our work and give us the driving force to uncover more of these profound biological truths for you. From an evolutionary standpoint, the blood that courses through your veins belongs to ancestors who survived a harsh, unforgiving environment that demanded relentless physical negotiation. They climbed, they squatted, they crawled, they carried the weight of their survival on their own backs. Fast forward to this exact moment, and our entire modern human existence has been meticulously designed to eliminate all forms of struggle. This is an open conspiracy hiding in plain sight. That plush office chair you sink into for 8 hours a day is not a luxury. It is actively and systematically dismantling the structural integrity of your spine. Those thick-soled, overly cushioned shoes you lace up every morning are effectively blinding the thousands of highly sensitive nerve endings in your feet, violently severing the crucial data transmission to your brain. Society has engineered a lifestyle that completely isolates you from the raw, physical world, and the resulting biological rot is what the towering, highly profitable medical establishment conveniently labels as aging. They shear the masses like sheep, harvesting your wealth by selling you complex gym memberships, endless orthopedic interventions, and temporary joint supplements while entirely ignoring the root cause. But true biological aging can be mechanically reversed at the microscopic, cellular level, and you do not need their expensive equipment to do it. You only need the courage to unlearn the modern habits that are quietly killing you. To truly understand how deeply we have strayed from our design, we must look past the comforts that sedate us and stare directly into the primal history coded into our very DNA. Your body is not a delicate machine designed to break down over time. It is a relentless, highly sensitive adaptation engine. For hundreds of thousands of years, the human form was sculpted by unpredictable terrain, the relentless pull of gravity, and the constant necessity of reaching, bending, twisting, and pulling. We did not live in a world of perfectly flat floors, temperature-controlled rooms, and ergonomically designed surfaces. The earth was our chair, our bed, and our constant sparring partner. Every time our ancestors navigated a rocky path or hoisted themselves over an obstacle, their nervous system received millions of microsignals, instructing their bones to grow denser, their joints to remain lubricated, and their muscles to stay supple. Today, we have completely stripped those signals from our existence. We have placed ourselves in a sterile, padded zoo of our own making. When you stop giving your body the complex mechanical loads it evolved to expect, it does not just sit there waiting, it actively adapts to doing nothing. It perceives your sedentary lifestyle as your new permanent reality and begins to optimize for it, shedding muscle mass, calcifying joints, and shutting down neural pathways simply because you are no longer asking it to use them. You are not losing your mobility because the years are passing. You are losing it because your body is brilliantly and tragically conforming to the physical shape of a captive animal. Think about the tragedy of a wild predator confined to a small cage, pacing the exact same 3 feet of concrete until its spirit breaks and its muscles atrophy. We weep for the caged animal, yet we willingly lock ourselves into the invisible cages of our cars, our cubicles, and our couches. We have traded our wild, resilient biological heritage for the hollow promise of convenience, completely unaware that the comfort we crave is exactly what is dismantling our vitality. This profound disconnect from our evolutionary environment does not just make us conceptually weak, it triggers a very real, microscopic lockdown within the deep tissues of our bodies. Beneath your skin lies a continuous, spider web-like matrix of connective tissue known as fascia, which wraps around every muscle, organ, and bone. In a healthy, constantly moving human, this fascial web is fluid, hydrated, and infinitely adaptable, allowing forces to glide seamlessly across the body. But fascia operates on a brutal principle of use it or lose it. When you spend the vast majority of your waking life locked in a seated position, staring at a glowing rectangle, this tissue begins to dehydrate and thicken. It literally acts as biological glue, laying down dense fibers to stabilize you in the exact posture you spend the most time in. This is why you feel that deep, restrictive stiffness when you try to stand up straight after a long day of work. Your body is literally casting itself in the shape of a chair. What the medical industry casually dismisses as the natural stiffness of old age is, in reality, a form of living mummification. Your tissues are suffocating from a lack of dynamic input, binding together to restrict movement and conserve energy. The chronic back pain, the aching knees, the tight hips. These are not random failures of a degrading organism. They are the desperate alarms of a suffocating system, begging for the varied, complex inputs of natural human movement that it is starving for. We are not aging. We are quite literally hardening into place because we have stopped dancing with gravity. The tragic irony is that we attempt to medicate this structural suffocation. We swallow anti-inflammatory pills to quiet the screaming of our dying tissues, completely ignoring the fact that the pain is a vital messenger. To suppress the pain without changing the posture is akin to cutting the wires to a fire alarm while the house burns to the ground. Our bodies are begging for the chaos of the natural world, but we silence them with pharmaceuticals, ensuring the biological rot continues undetected beneath the surface. Realizing that our bodies are stiffening into permanent casts, many of us turn in desperation to the modern fitness industry, only to find ourselves stepping into another elegantly disguised trap. We have been brainwashed into believing that we can offset 23 hours of unnatural, sedentary living with 1 hour of frantic, isolated exercise inside a synthetic box. The modern gym is merely an extension of the industrial complex, a place where movement has been sterilized, compartmentalized, and sold back to us in unnatural fragments. We strap ourselves into machines that force our joints through rigidly fixed paths, completely removing the crucial elements of balance, proprioception, and spatial awareness. We treat our bodies like complex machines made of separate, interchangeable parts. Today is chest day, tomorrow is leg day, completely ignoring the biological truth that the human organism operates as a singular, integrated symphony of tension and tensegrity. Even when we lift free weights, we do so on perfectly flat, artificially leveled floors, wearing highly engineered, supportive shoes that continue to blind our nervous system. This type of manufactured fitness creates a dangerous illusion of health. It builds localized, superficial muscle mass while leaving the underlying connective tissues, the stabilizing micromuscles, and the neural pathways entirely neglected and severely vulnerable. We become strong in completely useless, predictable environments, yet we tear a hamstring bending over to pick up a dropped pen. The fitness industry thrives on keeping you reliant on their equipment, their supplements, and their highly segmented routines. They do not want you to realize that true, resilient health cannot be bought in a 1-hour class. It must be lived, breathed, and integrated into the very fabric of your daily existence. We are essentially trying to outtrain a lifestyle that is fundamentally incompatible with our biology, and we are failing miserably. The booming rates of orthopedic surgeries and joint replacements among avid gym goers should be all the proof we need that moving heavy weights in straight lines does not inoculate us against the disease of modern living. We have merely swapped the couch for the leg press machine, entirely missing the soul of what it means to truly inhabit a human body. Breaking free from this cycle of engineered decay does not require another expensive membership or a complicated routine. It requires a fundamental, radical shift in how you interact with the physical world every single day. The true reversal of biological aging begins with a quiet, persistent rebellion against the conveniences that are killing us. It starts when you consciously decide to reclaim your primal architecture by reintroducing the micro-movements your DNA is desperately searching for. It means taking off your shoes and letting the bare soles of your feet feel the sharp grass and the uneven dirt, instantly firing up dormant neural pathways and flooding your brain with vital sensory data. It means finding a branch or a bar and simply hanging from your hands, allowing gravity to naturally decompress your spine and stretch your suffocating fascia back into its elastic state. It is about abandoning the comfort of the chair and relearning how to rest in a deep, natural squat, unlocking the rigid hips and restoring the vital circulation to your lower body. This is not about punishing yourself with exhaustive workouts. It is about nourishment. It is about constantly grazing on movement throughout your day, integrating varied, organic loads into your mundane tasks. The human body is incredibly forgiving, and the moment you begin to feed it the raw, ancestral inputs it evolved to process, the cellular regeneration begins almost instantaneously. Stiffened fascia hydrates, calcified joints begin to glide, and the fog of chronic fatigue lifts. You possess the inherent power to rewrite your biological destiny, to age with grace, fierce capability, and unyielding strength. The path to sovereignty is not found in a pill or a machine, but in the courageous, daily choice to move exactly as nature intended. You must stop outsourcing your physical autonomy to an industry that profits from your steady decline. Reclaiming your body is the ultimate act of defiance in a modern world that demands your weakness. Let this be the moment you wake up, strip away the artificial layers of comfort, and step back into the wild, resilient vessel you were born to inhabit. The choice is yours. Continue to decay in the comforting embrace of the modern cage, or break the locks, move, and truly live. The modern human condition is defined by a tragic mismatch between our ancestral biology and our synthetic environments. For millennia, our bodies were sculpted by the unpredictable demands of nature, relying on constant, varied movement to maintain bone density, fluid joints, and elastic connective tissues. Today, however, we have trapped ourselves in a padded zoo of ergonomic chairs, perfectly flat floors, and temperature-controlled rooms. In response to this chronic sedentary existence, our highly adaptive bodies are literally molding themselves to the shape of captivity. Fascia thickens, muscles atrophy, and joints calcify, creating a state of living mummification that we mistakenly label as natural aging. Even our desperate attempts to counteract this decay through the modern fitness industry fall fundamentally short. Confining our movement to a 1-hour gym session using rigid machines on flat surfaces ignores the body's innate need for holistic, integrated tension, balance, and spatial awareness. True vitality cannot be bought in a synthetic box or prescribed in a pill. It must be reclaimed through a fundamental lifestyle shift. Reversing this biological lockdown requires a quiet, persistent rebellion against modern convenience. By reintroducing primal micro-movements into our daily lives, walking barefoot on natural terrain, resting in a deep squat, or simply hanging from a bar to decompress the spine, we feed our DNA the varied mechanical loads it craves. Our bodies are remarkably forgiving. The moment we abandon our artificial cages and begin to graze on organic movement throughout the day, cellular regeneration ignites. Aging with fierce capability is a daily choice to reclaim our physical autonomy and move exactly as nature intended. Comfort is the silent architect of our physical decay, while varied, natural physical stress is the essential nourishment of human vitality. We are not inevitably degrading due to the passage of time. We are suffocating our tissues through a lack of dynamic physical input. True health cannot be outsourced to a 1-hour gym routine while living a sedentary life for the other 23 hours. It must be an ongoing, integrated relationship with gravity and the physical world around us. Stop compartmentalizing fitness and start grazing on movement throughout your entire day. You can begin right now with small, intentional acts of physical rebellion. Ditch the chair. Spend time sitting on the floor while working, reading, or watching television, forcing your body to constantly shift and support itself. Relearn to squat. Practice resting in a deep, flat-footed squat to open up your rigid hips and restore blood flow to your lower body. Go barefoot. Take off your shoes and walk on grass, dirt, or sand to reawaken the dormant neural pathways and sensory receptors in your feet. Hang daily. Find a sturdy branch or install a simple doorway bar and hang from your hands for a few moments each day to decompress your spine and stretch tight fascia. Embrace inconvenience. Choose the physically demanding route in mundane tasks to weave organic, varied loads back into your daily existence. What is one simple modern comfort, like your favorite desk chair or constantly wearing shoes, that you are willing to give up today to invite more natural movement back into your life? Please drop your answer in the comment section below so we can all learn from each other's perspectives. If you found this video valuable and want to help us create more content like this, please hit that subscribe button to support the channel.